Welcome back. We're continuing to heal from our last fight with the Nearpaz. Still have a huge 41% injury penalty, but things are coming along. We found some herbs that we can use to treat our wounds the next time. We've not been applying bandages, but I'm considering applying bandages on my two most serious injuries, the left calf and the right shoulder. And let's look at Roscoe, how he's doing. I think he was, well, I know he was worse than this, so he's coming along. He might have been crippled, but maybe I'm misremembering. Okay. We're weary. Let's get the boards ready for the cellar. And we need a bunch of trunks for the cellar too, I believe. Building, cellar. 6 slender trunks. And we have 3. And we brought our woodsman's axe. And let's go find this one looks like it's getting in the way. So again, a tip, if you're lazy and you don't want to study a tree to see if it's the right size, just walk into it, and then it's like, oh, it's a young spruce, that's what I want to cut. And there you go. Okay, that only took 11 minutes in spite of the injury. So that's interesting. I used to think your penalty made everything take that much longer. And I kind of wish it did. Well, not everything, I suppose. But definitely something like chopping down a tree. Drop them here. We're weary, so I don't really want to start on this, even though it's a job that you can resume. I'd rather just start fresh. Yeah, we also have to whatchamacallit, process those plants. What's the word I'm looking for? Agriculture. Thresh. We have to thresh those milkweeds. But for now, I think Roscoe's eating his bone. I hope the roasted meat, the heroic roasted meat, is still delicious when I wake up, but it's probably going to be stale. Let's see. Heroic roasted elk. That's awesome. We talked about maybe fishing. With our injury, I don't see that as being, and being on a small lake, you know, I don't see that as being a great idea, but we'll see. Okay, are we going to make the cellar now? Don't think that's what I wanted to do before I went to sleep. Not that it matters, just to get organized. I think we have everything we need for the cellar now. Okay, pick up our perfect shovel. I wonder what a perfect shovel looks like. And did we feed our dog? I don't think so. Okay, feed the dog. And let's hope this doesn't take forever. It's where we want it. I've had more sellers this game than in any other game I've had, any other character. Looks good. Okay, it doesn't take too long. Just it went into lively. And we have a seller now. Great. So we can put that in the cellar and that in the cellar and all of this crap in the cellar. Oh, we have raspberries to eat too. Okay. Drop everything but the shovel, I think, in the cellar. We're fatigued. Oh, we have a few raspberries. And berries reduce your thirst as well as your hunger, but they're not very nutritious. But if you're already at abundant, there's no reason, I guess, not to eat them. It just takes a while to pick them, which is why I generally don't bother. They can be used to bait traps. I assume different berries are better for different animals. Obviously, you're looking at things like maybe a hare, but I'd use a turnip for that, or, oh, birds. For birds, you'd use berries, I think, and I'm not sure. Different birds probably like different berries better. I don't know. So, all our food's in the cellar. Oh, we have to do something with those milkweeds, that's right. Excuse me. So let's get our fatigue down and then thresh those milkweeds and then see. So to thresh, you drop it at your feet and go into agriculture and thresh. And I don't think I used any tool, but I don't know. Okay, again we've got roots and leaves. Yeah, when we find more milkweed, I'm pretty sure it's just the leaves that you want. And the roots probably make a beverage. Although, yeah, wasn't it leaves and flowers, and the leaves made a beverage? So it's kind of, you kind of have to guess. But so we're going to treat the calf and the shoulder with the leaves, and let's try to go get more milkweed. Our injury hasn't dropped for the day yet. It should soon. And then we can treat treat our injuries again and go see the sage again. Okay. Let's bring our knife. Always bring your knife. I left it behind last time. And our bare teeth. And our hand axe. Okay. And go back to the hills to collect milkweed, because the nettle has not fully matured yet. This is not a hill, right? Or is it? No, this is, don't know how to pronounce that, lichenous pine forest? Lichenous, lichen, I think is what it is. Okay. And let's just go see if we can get to the hill on our own without any fuss. And here's some more milkweed, quite a bit of it. Okay. So, our injury has dropped again, not as much as after the first day, because we have fewer injuries that are still going. And yeah, it's clear now that there are 2 injuries that need special attention, and the rest of them will just be fine. I mean, they'll all be fine eventually, but I'd rather get that down to 0 penalty as quickly as possible. So, 8 to get 2. 8 to get 2. Okay. That stuff I think is heather in the northwest, and that would be useful too if I knew what it was. There's a bird that, not gonna bother. Not gonna bother. If he was looking the other way, I'd try to sneak up on him, but I won't. But we should wheel just in case. How many? 15. Is that enough? I mean, we've come this far, we might as well. I don't recognize the pretty grass. I'm going to try to get this guy. He's looking the other way. Now he's not. And he's noticed us. Okay, that was a fail. Ba-dum-bum. I think I picked them all up, didn't I? All the ones that I picked. I picked up the ones that I picked. Different grass, don't know. Ooh! Weren't the other nettles still growing? Thought they were. So, yeah. Agriculture, harvest. Okay, I want the hand axe. The other thing I was harvesting, I don't think required. Anyway. Agriculture, harvest, nettle. And we're harvesting it instantly, which is nice. It's a healthy amount of nettle. I can harvest a little more, I would say. Wasn't the nettle still growing yesterday at the other spot? I'm almost positive it was, or I would have gotten some. So let's look at what nettle does again. Applied topically. Seems like a very good thing to use without having to boil. Oops, no climbing for me, thank you. Not in this condition. Okay. I call that a very successful expedition. We're still lively. A little more harvesting. I know this is boring, so I'll try. Let's see, how much of this? That's nettles, that's nettles, that's nettles, that's nettles, that's nettles. We'll just harvest these 3 and that'll be it. Okay. No, not drop, pick up. There we go. 71 nettles. That should do me for a while. Don't know how long that's going to take to thresh, but I'd imagine it will take a while. Okay, I lied. I see a whole bunch more down here now. I think you need 3 nettles to do 1 treatment, but I could be wrong. So that's enough for, what, 29 treatments? That's good. Okay. Wheeled. Oh, and we were going to check on an old Nearpez corpse in the vicinity. Weren't we? Dead Nearpez. Okay, he's still here. He's grizzly and decaying. Oops. I thought it would give me the option of not picking him up, but that's only if there's something else there too. So that's kind of gross. If I pick him up, I can't apply him. Okay. But that's interesting. He's still here and the one over by the village isn't. Zoom out. So we'll go back to the camp and do some more treatments and maybe thresh a bit of this nettle and this milkweed. Feed the dog. That elk bone is almost shot. Have a drink. Running low on food. Oops, the food is in the cellar. You knew that, or should have. Excuse me. Okay. Pick up milkweed leaves and see if this will work. Pick up a milkweed herblore. Applied topically, so I think it's the leaves. So we're going to try that. Physician, this is our worst injury, the shoulder. Clean the wound. So there were 13, now I think there will be 10. Leaves. Let's see. Yes. So milkweed uses 3 fistfuls at a time. Physician, second worst. Clean the wound. Physician. These 3 look like they're all about the same. Clean the wound. Okay. So now we have to thresh some stuff. Starting with the milkweeds, I guess. And in case, but it doesn't seem like we're using that. Again, I'm just repeating myself, sorry. Agriculture, thresh. Okay. So that gives me 5 more treatments. Drop the roots. Drop the sickle and hand axe. Feed the dog. Down to the last bone. Guess I should have brought more bones. And physician. All right, for this day only, we will treat all of the injuries with the herbs. So far everything's green, so I don't know if the sage will actually do anything. Let's see. Oh, that last one's yellow. So he'll turn the last one green, presumably. Take a screenshot of that and see if I can see a difference before and after the sage other than that last yellow. I'll compare that and report back next episode if I remember to do it. Oh, there's the bone. Oh, there's 2 bones that we're hiding. Okay, so we have some bones. The bone situation is not as critical as I thought. I shouldn't have fed him behind a tree. He'll finish that bone and I'm going to eat something. That's not where my food is. Yeah, this is why taking that fight, while it seemed exciting at the time, has led to where the next 5 episodes are insanely dull, but I don't mind, and I'll just make a note of it so people can skip them or whatever. Let's see. So we'll go. Let's explore a bit back here while the dog has a bit of bone. I'll grab that. Oh, oops. So either he's finished eating or he wanted to come with and stopped eating. But we're going to go see the sage again. And here we go. I don't think I've seen him. Certainly haven't noticed him yet. Oh, there he is. Oh, there are 2. Tempted to talk to both of them. How's it going? Please heal me. Escape. So, as expected, the yellow turned to green, and we'll have a look later to see if any of the others changed. Let's talk to both, just as an experiment. How's it going? Please do heal me. Okay. So the first screenshot was before sage, the second was after 1 sage, and the third was after 2 sages. Pretty logical. And oops. Doesn't that look like nettle? Oh, it is nettle. Duh. Winning. Okay. What's that? A hair? Yes. Let's try to sneak up on this hair. Never gonna work, but yeah, I'm bad enough at sneaking. I don't see any tracks, don't see any sign of them. I guess my tracking skill has been negatively affected too. Yeah, as a game designer, it's pretty challenging to work out, okay, what should be affected by the injury and blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't think a tracking skill would be affected at all, right? But it probably is. Oh. Grr. Throw that. Okay. Let's make a couple of bandages. And starting tomorrow, what? It's like he didn't eat off of it. That was weird. There's no way that... Let's see if he'll take from... Maybe that earlier meal that interrupted, he just sort of finished that meal. Yeah, he's full. Okay. Fair enough. Do we want to try fishing? No, we want to make a couple of bandages. Such a waste, but there's such a big discrepancy between those two bad injuries and all the rest that I just want to make them go quicker. So we'll make like 4 bandages. Okay. I've never made bandages out of fine fur before, so I'm mildly curious if you can get a fine bandage, but I'm fairly certain you can't. Oh, I'm using the broad axe. I didn't notice that. Let me step away. Do. That was 3, I think. Maybe we'll make 6. Okay, 6 bandages. It's a good idea to have bandages, I think, just lying around in case your arms are rendered useless, and then you can't make them. But I've never had that happen to where I couldn't use my arms. Generally speaking, if you're going to get that injured, you're probably going to get killed. But not always, I'm sure. I wonder what the highest injury someone's ever sustained where they didn't die and weren't just left behind but actually won the fight. And can you survive a minus 100% injury, or does that just automatically mean you're dead? Like if you get bruised in the arm over and over and over, is that going to kill you? Okay. What am I doing? Am I sleeping? I'm feeding the dog. That's what I'm doing. When in doubt, feed the dog. That should be one of the rules of this channel. Feed Roscoe. Down to our, excuse me. Okay. Well, let's do like 9 of them. Drop. Agriculture. Thresh. Okay. Now we have seeds and leaves. So you can plant nettle, which I guess is nice. Which, but I'm not in the habit of sustaining injuries like this on a regular basis. And once you collect enough nettle, you kind of don't need to plant it. It's not that rare, so it'd be nice to have a bit just for role-playing purposes, if for no other reason. A bit of it growing in your herb garden or whatever. Okay, we're going to go to sleep and we're going to call it an episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.